Most people think they lack discipline. They think the problem is simple. They think they are lazy, weak, unfocused, broken. But the truth is deeper than that. You are not fighting a lack of discipline. You are fighting a brain that is wired to avoid effort, chase comfort, and repeat what feels familiar. That is why you can know exactly what to do and still not do it. That is why you can promise yourself a new life at night, then wake up and repeat the same habits in the morning. That is why motivation feels powerful for one day, then disappears when reality returns. The real problem is not motivation. The real problem is design. Your mind follows patterns. Your environment shapes behavior. Your habits are built by repetition, not intention. And if you do not understand that, you will keep blaming yourself for a system that was built to make you fail. In this video, we'll break down why discipline feels so hard, how your environment silently controls your actions, and how to build systems that make self-control automatic. Because real discipline is not about forcing yourself harder, it is about making the right actions easier. 1. Your brain is not built for discipline. Your brain does not care about your dream life. It cares about survival, comfort, efficiency, energy preservation. From a biological perspective, your brain is always scanning for the easiest path, the fastest reward, the least resistance. That is why scrolling feels easier than studying. That is why comfort food beats long-term health. That is why sleep feels better than early ambition. That is why distraction always arrives right before meaningful work. Your brain is not evil. It is efficient. It wants pleasure now and effort later. The problem is that success works in the opposite direction. Success demands discomfort now and reward later. And this is where most people lose the battle. They expect their brain to naturally love hard work. It doesn't. It must be trained. Discipline is not your default setting. It is a constructed behavior. That means if you wait to feel ready, you will wait forever. 2. Motivation is unreliable. Most people live in a cycle. They feel inspired, they make a plan, they start strong. Then their energy drops, their mood changes, life gets hard, and the habit disappears. Then they blame themselves. But motivation was never meant to carry your life. Motivation is emotional. Discipline is structural. Motivation comes and goes. Systems stay. If your entire future depends on how you feel each day, you are in danger. Because feelings change fast. Some mornings you will feel focused. Some mornings you will feel nothing. Some days you will feel powerful. Some days you will feel heavy, tired, distracted, and numb. If action depends on emotion, your progress will always be unstable. This is why successful people do not rely on motivation. They reduce the number of decisions. They create routines. They automate behavior. They turn effort into structure. The goal is not to feel like doing the work. The goal is to become the kind of person who does the work anyway. 3. Your environment is shaping you more than your willpower. Here is what most people never realize. Your environment is stronger than your intentions. If your phone is next to you, distraction becomes easy. If junk food is visible, impulsive eating becomes easy. If your bed is warm and your alarm is weak, waking up becomes harder. If your workspace is messy, focus becomes harder. If everything around you feeds comfort, then comfort becomes your identity. People love to talk about willpower, but environment often wins before willpower even gets a chance. The disciplined person is not always mentally stronger. Sometimes they are simply better designed. They remove temptation. They create cues. They reduce friction. They make good habits visible and bad habits inconvenient. That is the real game. If you want to read more, put the book where you can see it. If you want to train, lay out your clothes the night before. If you want to stop scrolling, move the apps, log out, or leave the phone in another room. If you want to focus, make your workspace clean, quiet, and simple. You do not rise to your goals. You fall to your systems, and your systems begin with your environment. 4. Discipline becomes easier when identity changes. This is the shift that changes everything. Most people try to build discipline by focusing on outcomes. They say, I want to lose weight. I want to make money. I want to wake up early. I want to be productive. But strong habits are not built on outcomes alone. They are built on identity. Instead of saying, I want to work out, say, I am a person who trains. Instead of saying, I want to be focused, say, I am a person who finishes what I start. Instead of saying, I want more discipline, say, I am becoming someone who keeps promises to himself. This matters because every action becomes a vote. Every time you sit down and do the work, you cast a vote for discipline. Every time you resist distraction, you cast a vote for focus. Every time you choose discomfort over ease, you cast a vote for strength. Your identity is not built in one giant moment. It is built in small, repeated decisions. That is why tiny actions matter. A single page read, a 10-minute workout, a focused work session, a morning without hitting snooze. Small actions seem weak, but repeated daily, they rebuild who you are. 5. Make discipline easier, not harder. The mistake most people make is trying to become extreme too fast. They build impossible routines. They expect perfect consistency. They demand intensity every day, and then they collapse. Discipline grows faster when it feels doable. Start smaller. Make the habit easy to begin. Lower the friction. Raise the consistency. Want to start reading? Read 2 pages a day. Want to build a workout habit? Start with 10 minutes. Want to start deep work? Begin with 20 focused minutes. The habit that survives is better than the habit that impresses, because once a behavior becomes normal, you can scale it. But first, it must become real. This is the secret most people ignore. Consistency beats intensity. You do not need a perfect system. You need a system that you can repeat. 6. The real purpose of systems. Systems do something motivation never can. They protect you from your lower self. On your good days, systems keep you moving. On your bad days, systems keep you from collapsing. That is power. The strongest person is not the person who feels motivated every morning. That person does not exist. The strongest person is the one whose life is built in a way that keeps producing progress, even when emotion disappears. That is why discipline should not feel like punishment. It should feel like order. A clear wake-up time, a clean environment, a defined work block, a simple habit tracker, a rule for your phone, a rule for your sleep, a rule for your mornings. The fewer decisions you leave to emotion, the more powerful you become. 7. Final message. So, if discipline feels hard, that does not mean you are weak. It means you are trying to win a psychological battle without understanding the rules. Your brain wants comfort. Your environment shapes action. Your identity follows repetition. And your future is created by systems, not moods. Stop asking, why am I like this? Start asking, what around me is making failure easy? What system can make success automatic? What identity am I reinforcing every day? Because the moment you stop relying on motivation, everything changes. You become calmer, more consistent, more dangerous. Not because life got easier, but because you stopped fighting chaos with emotion and started fighting it with structure. Discipline is not something you wait for. It is something you build. One action, one rule, one habit, one system at a time. And once that system is in place, discipline stops feeling impossible. It becomes who you are.